Well, hello, Rabble. It's good cook tonight. I've managed to upgrade a bit of the equipment. Got myself a radio mic, nice slim. Didn't spend much money on it, so it's good. So let's get on with the show. Tonight's hero, let's say Kenny Everett. So here we go. Tonight we'll be baking and stalling as much as possible because my minutes are rubbish. I give it all away in the shorts, but I'm not going to be stalling at all. So let's get on. Well, this. Yeah, it's a gag. Right, let's get on with the bake. I'm going to do it in full so you know it all. So come over here. You try and follow me. Okay, follow me. Over here now. Right, so let's start with this. You can use one of these brush things. I find the easiest way is just keep yourself hands clean. You can do most of your work with your hands. And come over here. You can have a look down here and see what's going on in this direction. There we go. Right, let's get going. I'm going to pop the oven at some heat. And I'm going to grease a tray. Some people like to use a brush or the paper from the bar. Makes it easier. You can just grab it off, put it in. I just like to grab a chunk. Grab a chunk. Just go for it. If your pan's wet or whatever, it's going to slip around. So just keep going until it grabs. Trying to use motor oil or any other type of thing like that. But stalk, you see, a lot of these recipes I'm using come from the Good Housekeeping guide. Just go and get that, you don't have to watch any of this. Good Housekeeping guide, 1978. Around that era. And most of these recipes are in there. They're based around this stalk stuff and a lot of this things like Bourneville chocolate and the basics that are in your kitchen. Because sort of like a war recipes, really easy and nice and simple. So that's where I learned them from my mother. As they do it, put it there, and stick it in, pressed in. See, with your hand, I keep one butter for doing this with, because then bits don't get in it. Another one for cooking with. That's up to you. You can also flavour your butters. But this is not for eating on bread, it really is for cooking. But because they've designed it this way, it makes everything really simple. Because I think the Ministry of Food may have had something to do with figuring it out in that period. So there's your tray ready to go. And that's the hardest and most annoying bit, really. I always do that first. Let's get to some measuring. Never seen a measure really, but here we go. I like to use a porcelain dish because it slides out better. Where are you? Oh my goodness, you're looking at nothing. Come here. There we go. Try there. You'll never do it. See, I've already gone for a walk. Might as well forget it. So, I use a porcelain. Make sure your surface is flat, otherwise your scales aren't going to work. Pop it on, zero it out. So zero, go to ounces, OZs. There it is. Use a spoon or whatever you want to. Basically need one of these and that's it. Silicone spatula. If you're good, you can guess it in one. Let's have a look. Can't do it with a spatula, I'm sure. I can do it with my hand. What do we say, 6? Oh, yeah, maybe. 6. About, where are you? 660, close. Sometimes get it dead on. But you get a feel for it and you know what it is. That goes straight in your mixer. And you want your flour. and sugar. So the reason I put brown sugar into a lot of these mixes is it creates a toffee substance, but white sugar, granulated white sugar is just fine. Just fine. So just put a ratio of it, empty the thing, 6 again. See, like the good housekeeping guide, the 6 is important. So then you've got your ratio to egg, whatever. So I've done 5 ounces, and then just some of this. Any sort of brown sugar is going to toffee the mix, make it a bit more toffee. 6, whatever. If you're going over, don't worry about being too precise. In baking, it's just getting used to your ingredients and using it over and over again, doing the same recipes over and over again, and then each time it's like a little experiment and you'll get better. And the best way is to be a necessity baker. Don't have anything in your cupboard and then you've got to bake it, you've got to make it, and then you've got to eat it. That's what I do. You get hungry, got to make it. Sugar in. Salt, don't be scared of salt. A lot of our products we get nowadays, want to see how much? I like a lot of salt, brings out a lot of flavour. Now, this is a serious point. This is change your cooking. If you're using vanilla, but from the little bottles that is vanilla essence, then what we're looking at there is you'll get the taste of a 70s recipe. So that's good if you like that. So if you're looking for that taste of a Swiss roll or something like that from the 70s, use the vanilla essence. Also with those sweets you used to make when you were a kid, that's a vanilla essence. But this new stuff, it's vanilla paste. I don't know how new really. Vanilla paste, it's the cheapest way to get vanilla on a good go. And it's lovely stuff. Really good stuff. So whatever you want. That's kind of too much. But it won't matter. If you get too much in there, take it out. Well, I won't care because we've got a lot of flour in this one. Plain flour. So you want to, don't worry about 0, 10 ounces of this. If your bowl's too small, do 5, right? Right, 5's in there. And then stick another 5 in here. It's like in Die Hard 3 when they get the water, and I never could work it out. What's that? Okay, when you've got a bit in there, if you've got a wooden spoon, or no, you're probably best with a metal spoon in this one, because you want to cut it. And you want to cut the butter through it. So you've got your basic sugar, flour, and butter or margarine. You can use any butter you want. If it's salted and fancy, the more fancy you go, sometimes it doesn't work. That's not a slate at anyone, but it's just like some recipes are like chemistry. Most recipes are like chemistry. So I'm pushing the butter so it's becoming more of a thing. Just like the mixer would do it. This is called breadcrumbing. And if you do it right, you shouldn't have any on your palms or your hands. You normally do it through the fingers like that. Okay. Good if you play the guitar, you should be good at this. And this is the first load through, and I'm going to stick another 5 in there. All recipes like this. You've got to know what the end result of what it ends up being like, and then you can add and take away. If you know what the end result is, you can get there. I'm just going to keep going through this. For a minute or 2, cutting. It's basically it. I mean, that's it. If you leave the big butter globs in there, they're going to melt out anyway. It's no big deal. So that could be it. Flour, sugar, butter, vanilla, salt. That looks like it. First stage. That's your first stage. So once that's done, do what I do and cheat and put it in your mixer. So with mixers, don't buy a fancy mixer. This is what you're looking for. This style of mixer. It's a Kenwood. And this one is a generation 2, I think. I've had a generation 3 and I've used a generation 4 as well. But anything further than that I wouldn't bother with up the line, because I haven't used them. Not that I wouldn't bother with it, you can bother with it. Not anything with a grade, but I don't know how the newer models work out. But these older models, it's like buying an old car or something. They really work. I need to break crumbs, it's going to take 2 seconds. Like that. Now you see, it's starting to clump up into. It's got less fall, and it's starting to clump. So I can put more flour in, or I can just go now. As long as there's not butter, in it, in big clumps, that's kind of ready to go right now. That's your base. So you got it? Go and make it right now. So you've got your base. What you could do here, to get things out of trays like this, line it with oats. Oats cook through and then it just pops them out. It's really easy when you're starting baking. But here we go. In she goes, just like this. And if you've done it right, pretty much clean. Shake it round. Covers the base. Now, now what we've got is the mix in the dish. Let's take the spoon. That spoon, and let's have it free. Pressing down. And then we want to turn the oven down, so put it up high, get it going, fill the oven up. With things that have a lot of water in them, you want to open that oven and let all the steam out, so it contains a dry oven. The humidity of your oven is important to a lot of these things, but not really in this case. So now this is just ready. Just like that, no big deal. I'm going to kind of slow cook this. Slow cook it a bit, which is annoying. This is why this recipe is hardcore, because hardcore. It's a hardcore recipe. This one's hardcore. No. Put it in. Put it in. Get it down to about, I'm going to say half over. Watch it. I'm not going to tell you how long. It's your oven. Every oven's different. You're going to have to watch it. Don't title the videos. This is when most of them get banned. Titling videos. It's all done. So the next, what you're going to do next is you're going to put it in your freezer. And that's going to take a long while. So this might be a today, do half, tomorrow do the next half. That's completely up to you. So, part 1. I hope you enjoyed the radio mic gag, because today's hero is Kenny Everett. Go and look him up, he's funnier than me, and it's better than this. You could probably look the recipe up somewhere else. Off you go. Thanks very much.